Hello everybody and welcome to Wull's Wheels. In this video I'm going to show you how to change the light bulbs in your rear light cluster on the back end of a Fiat Panda Mk2. Now for this video I'm just going to show you how to do the one side because it's the exact same process on both sides and you don't need to see me do it twice now. So in the boot here we've got the tools we'll be needing to do this job. So we've got here a small magnetic screwdriver to remove small screws that are going to be really quite hard to reach. It's also quite long, which is also useful. Your plastic trim removal tool. This is just so you can remove the rear light cluster from the back end of the car without actually scratching your nice coloured paintwork. And then you've got this. This screwdriver is going to be used for removing the bolts which actually hold the cluster on the back end of the car. But you've also got this, which is not necessarily needed, but I always like to have it because it's quite useful. My magnetic parts tray just keeps the screws all together and stops them getting on the floor and puncturing tyres later on, which is always nice, isn't it? With the boot of the Panda open, you're going to find 3 exposed bolt heads. So you've got one here, and one here. Now these need to be removed so you can actually take the actual cluster off. Take 2. Oh, until this car's gone past. Burn even. With the boot now open, you're going to find 3 exposed bolts, and there's one at the top here, one in the middle, and one down right at the bottom here. These need to be removed so you can actually take the cluster out of the car, so that is what I'm going to do now. Starting from the bottom and working my way upwards. See the magnetics parts tray in use. With the bolts undone, you've now got 3 little clips actually within the lights that keep it onto the car, which is stopping it from falling out. So what you need to do with your little plastic trim removal tool is get behind it and just sort of prise it off the car. And there we go, that's removed nice and easily. So I brought you around here so you can see the little light connectors thing. So if you just push that in, it might take a little bit. There we go. And that just unclips and this comes away from the car like that. Looks a little bit different without the lights in, eh? So with the light cluster now removed from the car, you've got 4 little screws located in which holds this all in place. So you've got one just here, one there, and one there. So what you need to do is remove these 4 little screws from here to get access to the actual bulb itself. So now we've got this off the car, you can see exactly what each bulb is. So this one here is your brake light, obviously your indicator bulb, and because this is a UK market car, this one here is your fog light bulb. If it's the other side, it'll be the reversing light on the Fiat Panda. So to change them, just very simply push down, twist. I'm going to be changing the indicator bulb in this case, the other 2 are perfectly fine. This is sort of delaminating a bit, so it needs to go, I'm afraid. And there we go. The change is as easy as that. Now of course comes the very fun job of putting it all back together. If you try and put it around the wrong way, it's not going to do anything, it won't fit. So that obviously helps you keep it the right way up now. So putting it back in, just locate the bulbs into their slots. And then just put the screws back in. Give them all one final tighten. these little sort of clippy things here if you really need to replace them, they just slot in and out of there with a little bit of effort. Obviously I'm not going to do it because I don't want to break it and have to purchase some new ones, because I don't have any on hand at the minute and I sort of need the car. But if you need to remove it, they just pop out like that. Of course, putting this back on the car is just the reverse of taking it off, minus of course the little plastic trim removal tool. So what you do, just line it up with the holes, plug the connector back in, there we go, that goes around the boot strut. Line it up like that. Before we go any further, what I'm going to do is just quickly test it, make sure it obviously flashes and works. There we go, so the connectors all work, which is excellent. As the bus goes up. Right, and then what you want to do, just using your hand, just above the little clips. There we go. Sometimes require a little bit of a hard hit, but there we go, they're back in, which is always nice, isn't it? What we want to do, stick the little bolts back in. Yeah, and congratulations, you've just changed the bulbs on your rear lights of your Fiat Panda. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please consider leaving a like. If you really want to, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more of this kind of content in the future, feel free to subscribe for plenty more of this kind of stuff to come. See you next time. Farewell.